He's alive? Well,
Anything we can salvage? Even a piece? All my work gone. Damn it all! But at least we're still alive. Once again, I triumph over death itself.
oh, shut the hell up. Shut up now, you owe us. Can you help us get to Alabastra?
Going back into Alabastra. Well, I still have a way in, but it's more dangerous now than the last time we went. I'll need more Prismere if I'm to rebuild the well. And I suppose I owe you something for saving my life. Perhaps this talisman can help you. It's a little something I salvaged from the debris. It might just help against whatever killed you the first time.
How did you get into Alabastra?
We got in with a little help,
Oh,
of
the
course.
Solons.
See, it's all because of Callis Dren, the defender of pride. In his house, no one can stand before him. None can even approach, unless you have my little secret.
And what's your secret?
Patience, patience. You'll have it soon enough. I'm going to have to dig it out of the rubble of the tower. Go to the field of Huber, and I'll meet you there. And if you value your life, do not approach Dren.
What can I do to help?
Just go to the field of Huber and wait for me. I'll meet you down there once I can find this damned essence. I know the type. Lucky youth, peaked early, then crawled into a bottle and waited to die. I'm impressed you dragged him away from that bottle, but I wouldn't expect him to do any heavy thinking. You mean your deadly little shadow? I know her type. All smiles now, but it's just so she can get close enough to stick her knives in you. After an unfortunate incident with the Templars, Octian decided to move my work someplace a little further from the public eye. We both felt that an island in another land behind the front lines of a war might just be far enough from prying eyes. Dren, defender of pride. One of twin defenders, quite powerful in their homes. But did you know they were also entirely immune to each other's powers? And it seems the defender of valor quite disappeared when her house fell. Imagine how useful she would have been if she were here today. Simple bone soldiers, easy enough for any decent mage to build and animate. They're not really alive any more than a puppet is. Gadflow's got an empire built on Prismere. Think of all the power he's sitting on. And he's wasting it on swords and bows.
Of course.
Arrogant fools, all of them. At least we could sneak past them when they were overconfident. Now that the army's at their gate, they'll be watching for us. He wasn't fit to hold my crucible, much less carry on my work. He could barely even stand to cut open a warm corpse for study. I can't imagine the reason you came back in his well instead of mine. Probably some freak attunement transfer. A horrible, messy, ugly place. Too dark to keep bodies preserved and too hot to keep them from stinking. Oh, to be back in a cave in Datir. Partial successes at best. They remember how to fight, but that's about all they're good for. Name them after an old nursery rhyme. Damn things are always moaning all the time. I thought it might shut them up to give them a name.
Really?
You don't remember it? Well, why dredge up the past? After all, you're fine now, aren't you? You're not the type to hold a grudge, right?
We'll find out, won't we?
Okay. We were in Alabastra getting Prismere. I never thought it'd be dangerous. At least not very. Oh, don't give me that look. Accidents happen, and you can't make an omelette without leaving a few corpses. I didn't know anything about you before you worked for me. Octian hired you and told me you were a resourceful assistant. That's all I know.
Do you remember anything?
You didn't like talking about yourself. Actually, you didn't like much of anything. Honestly, you were a terror to be around. But you've changed. I can tell. Before you died, you would never have been this diplomatic. You probably would have knifed me for answers by now.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you left this in your room before you died. Take it, take it.
Ooh.
We were in Alabastra, and I never thought it'd be dangerous. At least, not very. Oh, don't give me that look. Accidents happen. You can't make an omelette without leaving a few corpses.
Weird, why is it still highlighted?
Octane. The man lacked vision. Can you believe all he wanted was his own personal immortality machine? Such a narrow-minded goal for a Templar. Still, he wasn't squeamish about what had to be done in order to develop the well. I suppose he paid well, too, if you'd consider that any reason to pursue the sciences.
Sure, that's why you did.
We needed tremendous quantities of prismere to fuel the well, but it's almost unheard of outside of Alabastra, so we had to sneak in to gather our own. My name is Ventrinio Dessalini, and I am Professor Emeritus Abscondus of Post-Mortem Studies at the Odessa University.
Yo, that's a mouthful.
Of course, that was all before I began work on the Well of Souls. Such an important undertaking doesn't leave much time for other pursuits, you know. The Well of Souls is a noble project. Yes, sacrifices have been made. Laws have been broken. People have died. And they will continue to die. Don't you see? That's exactly what I'm trying to prevent. How many have died in this war? Thousands. The bodies are shoulder deep in the battlefields, but for trying to cure it, they call me a monster?
No, as long as you don't have an ulterior motive.
Get going. And
I'll
remember,
keep an eye on the
don't go near Dren until I get there.
What? What's she doing here? Oh.
The beacon of corruption is finally wiped from this island. Well done.
Tried before a fall. Ventrinio has a way to get past Dren, the unkillable defender of the entrance to Alabastra. Ventrinio is waiting with my other allies at the field of Huber in the south of Clerical. So I guess I can just fast travel there now? Nope. Hey, you over here? Oh. What's up, Agarth? Agarth?
There's got to be a way through here.
Let's see if you got some updates.
I won't lie. Aylin's been a big help. She saved me once or twice at Melson's Shear when she could have just let me die. Still can't shake the feeling that she's hiding something. But whatever it is, it's probably not too sinister. Probably. I had wondered what happened to the Winter Fae when Gadflow took control. Seems that they formed the Bitter Frost. They've got as much to fight for as our kind, and nothing left to lose. We couldn't ask for a better ally.
Yep.
Old Sidon's a snake, but he's still on our side. Why, I remember when he helped rescue my fiancée from Rassanon, back in my younger days. Of course, she called off the wedding and just mooned over Sidon after all that.
Yo.
He has that effect.
That's freaking funny and messed up.
The House of Pride practically drips with curses and enchantments, but the most powerful one is Dren himself.
Yeah, why is he unkillable, man?
The Fae in the House of Vengeance are, bar none, the fiercest, strongest, most downright unstoppable creatures in the land. Not that they have a lot to be vengeful about. After all, Gadflow was the one who started the damned war.
Alright, what now?
Any luck finding Ventrinio and his big secret?
He'll be here soon, actually.
And it looks like they're not far behind you. If you were anyone else, I'd try to stop you. As it is, I'll just wish you good luck. This can't end here.
Okay. Oh, there they are.
Sometimes one soldier can do what an entire army cannot.
You haven't tried going in there, have you? No, of course you haven't. You're still alive. This took a little longer to find than I had hoped, but it should be exactly what you need.
Tell me what it is.
Dren had a twin in the summer court, Dith the Defender of Valor. They were both entirely immune to each other's power. She faded when the House of Valor fell, but my early experiments with the Well of Souls provided a quite useful little surprise. You see, when trying to draw life energy from the ether, I captured her essence and bound it into this charm. With this, you will be immune to Dren's power.
Oh, damn. How is this useful?
It's not as powerful as it used to be, and it's specific to Dren. But it'll let you face him and live.
You stole her soul?
Now, be fair. Fae don't have souls as mortals do. They're a form of magic with a physical form. And I only got a little of it anyway. Just enough for a certain degree of immunity to Dren's power. It only works for one person, but it'll be enough for you to reach him. Trouble is, he'll be immune to your power as well. But I'm sure you can think of something. You've got his counterpart's essence, so he shouldn't be able to hurt you. What more do you want? So what if he's still invulnerable too? Go find a way around it. I can't do all of your thinking for you.
Yo.
Fine. We were collecting Prismere and Alabastra. We needed it to power the well, of course, and you got a wild idea to track down the source of the power. I tried to stop you. I really did. But you decided to sneak into Amethyst, and I wasn't about to get killed along with you. I spent days trying to get your corpse back, but to no avail. Much as I hate to admit it, I should thank Hugues for succeeding where I failed.
That's right, man. You failed. Live with that. Death.
I had no idea what a treasure I had when I first caught Dith's essence. It was just a curiosity sitting on a shelf for the longest time. What a pleasant surprise that she could be of use to someone after all this time, eh?
That's pretty good, yeah. Guess that works. Any advice about Dren?
With the essence of valor, you can withstand Dren's attacks. Stop being such a child and go face him.
This guy's getting on my nerves, man.
Go show that defender.
What a little magic can do. Alright, let's go see. Alright, I gotta save it. Wait, can I save it right now? Looks like I can. Alright, let me summon this guy. Let's see. I'll probably just persuade him, honestly, at this point.
Turn back or die.
I'm not leaving, man.
Then you shall die like the others before you. I made an oath to protect my house and my homeland. No power short of death can keep me from fulfilling my duties.
I mean you no harm, though.
I know your intentions are to free my people from the Tuatha. You seem an honorable sort. You even bear the blessing of my sister. But I have sworn an oath to defend my house and homeland. I cannot let you in without a fight, and you cannot win against me. If only things could be different. If only the Tuatha were gone and my sister was back.
Alright. There you are. I just like run. Be funny.
Enough.
Oh, he gave up.
We could fight each other until the mountains wear away, but that will aid nothing.
Let me pass.
My sister and I were chosen to protect our kind. So long as our houses stood, the Fae would never pass from this world. I in pride, and she in valor. We never imagined that our houses could crumble beneath our feet. Mortals led to the collapse of my sister's house, but with Gadflow's help, they shall not have mine. He may taint pride with his Prismere and his obscene god, but it will keep us eternal.
Why don't you let me pass?
Before I knew the truth of Tuatha, I swore to keep my homeland safe from invaders. I could never have known what my people would become. Fae never change, and Pride's honor never yields.
I mean, Fae do change when they are exposed to Prismere. Gadflow was my enemy, not Pride.
I cannot yield. But if your true intent is to stop Gadflow, then perhaps there is a way my house and my honor could remain pure. If you would promise to spare the House of Pride, then we could put aside our powers and have an honest battle. Win, and your army may pass.
Agreed, but you go first.
I expected treachery from any friend of Sidon the Outcast, and I shall have no lies within my house.
What? Oh, damn. Alright.
And he was not alone. Like the weave unraveling, the Tuatha now tainted the purity of Mathon's.
You did it! You actually
Really,
beat
man? Yo.
Yes, I owe Ventrinio a
Punk.
drink.
I promised to liberate his house.
A promise is a promise, and the Witch Knights of Pride would be powerful allies to have on our side. I'll send a few soldiers along to help. Meanwhile, I'll get the other troops ready to move into Alabastra once that gate opens.
Alright, Dren is defeated. What now?
The gate to Alabastra's still closed, and we can't open it without the House of Pride's help. Clean out the Tuatha inside, and we can move on. Dren's one of the Sentinels, isn't he? I've heard they were a pair of twins, unkillable on their homelands, protecting their people from attack. I've heard stories about Dith, the other Sentinel, from the days when the House of Valor still stood. I heard about her, but she was before my time. All I know is she was some great hero of the House of Valor. I once toasted with her comrades at a statue to her, but even the statue crumbled long ago.
Anything else to say? Nope.
Get that gate open, and the army will be ready to go.
Damn it, I don't know which one this was. Frickin' punk, man. Wait, was it under status? I think so. Let's see, which one was the one? Is it fall? Or is it winter? Man, I don't know. I think maybe this one.
And he was not alone. Like the weave unraveling, the Tuatha now tainted the purity of Mathon's court. These new immortals, the Tuatha Deohn, were no longer the solemn Fae of the East. Their essences twisted into a ravenous host, unsettled, unnatured. From the nothing of winter came Gadflow's malice.
I think that was it. Alright, whatever. Let's go inside the House of Pride. What's up,
You
dudes?
here, we can't lose.
Some minion. What up, peeps? That was easy. Gotta liberate these peeps. Easy. Something over here. Man, it's so easy with that. The spell is just so powerful. What up, big dogs? Easy. Let's keep going. Gotta liberate the House of Pride. What's this?
Halt! Parley, if you would be so kind as to have a word with us.
Knave of Pride. Who are you?
I have been chosen by the remaining members of our house to speak for all. We were most honored by your intention to free us.
Where are the rest of you?
We are in seclusion, so it's best to observe this situation without any unnecessary interference or risk to ourselves. I assure you, we will be more than happy to assist you in Alabastra.
Oh yeah? What do you want?
Simply carry forth and destroy Witch Knight Myrna, who has so commandeered our house. And her dreadful Prismere Chantry, of course. We are sure you'll have no problem finding her. Or defeating her.
Easy as pie, let's do it.
We are waiting.
Let's do it. She's gonna die, don't worry about that. They just walked through the... Yo. Alright. Witch Knight Myrna. What's up? Is that it? I think so. Damn it. Man, another only 4K, bro. Destroy the Chantry. What's up, dudes? What's up, bro?
Well done, child of dust. You've killed the immortal defender and liberated a house full of arrogant backstabbers. I should thank you for exposing the disloyal amongst my kin. But then, I have so much to thank you for.
You'll pay for killing me, bro.
Your bravado is nothing more than the mewling of an angry kitten. Each Tuatha you kill makes the rest of us stronger. Each one feeds Tirnoch. The goddess of mercy awakens. And with every step you take into my homeland, she comes that much closer to walking our world and purging your kind. So welcome to Alabastra. It shall be the death of you once more.
Nah, bro. You're wrong. Talk to the Knave. Hello, Knave. Like your cape. It's pretty cool.
We have seen our champion bested, our advantage lost, and our minds are cleared. Bravo to you, champion. House of Pride, in our ineffable wisdom, renounces the Tuatha and demands that you accept our immediate surrender.
The Tuatha are driven out. Wait, what? can't make demands. That's funny. The Tuatha are driven out.
Your army is welcome here. We trust our benevolence will be well remembered should Gadflow be dethroned. We thank you kindly, and our mages have already been assisting your army in their march into Alabastra. We trust you do not object.
Not at all. We move onwards to Alabastra.
Most excellently spoken. You have the commanding presence of a young Aegon, who once also bore the pleasure of our august company. Allow us to welcome you to Alabastra. We trust your visit will be eventful.
A unstoppable force, the guardian of pride, the invincible Dren, fell before your indomitable power. You liberated the House of Pride and opened the path to your final confrontation with Gadflow. Hell yeah, bro.
Prince Sidon is a Fae of noble tradition. He would never raise a hand against the High King, just as he would never bow before the Tuatha. We've been gifted with so much. It's only proper that we are also immortal, so as to put our gifts to the most use. Conversely, poor children of dust have so little, but are given barely a moment to live. How kind the world is.
Yeah, right. So fair.
How Gadflow came to command such respect is beyond even our wisest. He was little more than a jester at the Winter Court. But he said he found the voice of Tirnoch, and she led him to power. And it seems he was correct. As the Fae are above mortals, the House of Pride reigns above their fellow Fae, sharing our wisdom, our grace, and our humility. Vengeance is such a sloppy, boorish house. Marvelous fighters, of course, but simply crude. They all feel that the world has wronged them somehow. And perhaps it did. How else would they end up in such a hateful house? Myself? Why, this one is merely the lowest ranked of our house. And yet we have been chosen as the speaker for the Fae of Pride. To us falls the honor of acting as liaison to your mortal army. Your charming, well-bred, and simply lovely army.
Yo.
The Tuatha bred in our lands before we realized what change they truly represented. Certainly we all share a distaste for mortals, but few of us ever hunted them.
That's cool. You hated me, like what? Alright, let's go this way. Pride before a fall. Taking vengeance.